Hello guys, happy Friday. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about housekeepers because we just got our house cleaned this week and I love it. But when you jump on, if you catch this live, drop a 1. You'll know if you're live, there'll be a red live button. If you drop a 2, if you catch the replay, and if you share it, tell me. Also make sure you like and follow this page, and then feel free to follow me on my personal page, Mallory Pratt Donnelly. So let me share to my peeps because I always have people asking. And then y'all can tell me your plans. So while we share this, this is one of my favoriteest shirts. So if you've never got leggings from Lululemon, and I always say it wrong, so if I said it wrong, don't hate me, but I love their Align leggings. This is what I wear like around the town every day. Hey Nikki, hey Desiree, hey Brianna. They're expensive, but they last. So what I've learned, the older I get, the more expensive stuff is, the longer it lasts. Like I just had this conversation with Brandon because I've always been a quantity, like I want to buy more of less expensive things, but really the expensive, I was telling him, I had this Michael Kors wallet I bought in New York. It was on clearance because it's this big, it's huge, it's like a brick, for 80 bucks at their big store. It just happened to be on sale, but I was needing a bigger wallet because mine like wouldn't even close. And anyway, $80 to me is a lot for a wallet, right? It may not be for other people, but I've literally had it since, when did we go to New York? 2014 maybe? 2013? No, 2014. Yeah, 2014. So 4.5 years almost I've had this wallet and it's still perfection. And I was like, this is why people spend so much more on quality things, because they work or they last, right? So I get it, even though I'm a cheapskate sometimes. Which is what brings me to housekeepers. And sorry, y'all, let me share this real quick. So tell me if you use a house cleaner, I guess. I don't know, is a housekeeper and a house cleaner the same thing? My mom's gonna cringe when she sees this because she's like pro cleaner and she's always cleaned our house and we always cleaned growing up. And I'm a clean person, I'll clean without one, which is why I don't have one like regularly. We don't have one like every 2 weeks or every month. We just do it as needed, like as we feel. But man, when you get that house clean, it's the best. Okay. I used to feel, and I still kind of feel guilty, like making someone clean my house, but then I'm like, this is their job. Like, and if they didn't want to do it, they didn't have to, right? So I'm like helping them pay their bills while they're helping me not be stressed. That's how I'm justifying it. Okay, one more post into my blog. If you're not in my beauty blog, I think I put it up. Maybe I didn't put it on here. Comment me if you're not in my beauty blog. No presenters, please. Because these are it's a very safe zone for my customers and my peeps. Okay, perfect. Now, let's get ready. So I came home from the gym and showered. Y'all, I love this shirt. Like it's open in the back, right? It's, I think, a workout shirt, but I like wear it as a regular shirt. It's kind of loose and big on the bottom, but that's okay. I hate tight shirts. So let me just pull my hair back real quick. I'm letting it dry so I can throw it up before I leave. I'm going back home to see my family and some of my besties for my birthday. Okay, so I have my magic bag, guys. I'm gonna be using the Set to Stun to do my face. It's a whole collection of makeup. It's like the perfect face, and it's on sale. It's like 20% off, and you get this awesome bag plus free shipping. My drink, I never drink a full one of these. Look, one of my boos, Brienne, gave me these earrings for my birthday. Okay, so let me find my primer. So, because in this collection, you get a primer, and the reason primer is so important, y'all, is it like prevents makeup from settling into your pores, but it also controls like frizz in your hair. I'm just kidding, you shouldn't have frizzy hair on your face. If you have hair on your face, they have like stuff for that, like dermaplane or something, right? Anyways, it helps with oil control if you're an oily person. It feels like silk. Hey, Lauren. Okay, so I know my hair looks crazy on here because you can never see it. And when you have a bob haircut and you pull it up, look, just what happens when you pull it back. Okay, while that sits, let me put my liner on. I've ran around town with no liner today, and I felt like people were looking at me like maybe I rolled out of my grave, which Corbin let us sleep in till like 6:45. My body naturally wakes up between 6 and 6:45, which is so annoying. But not really. I like to get my day started. I don't need but more than 7 hours of sleep. Like if I get too much, I'm so groggy. Is anybody else like that? Like I just can't get it together if I get too much sleep. Words of a mom, right? Okay, so guys, I am officially like in between shades for foundation. So yesterday I wore a really light shade I've never worn ever because I'm just never see the sun anymore. So I went down a shade. It's turning into fall. So 80% of people wear the wrong shades. If you need help color matching, just drop the word color or pop in my inbox with face a window, snap a pic and send it to me. You do not want to be walking around with the wrong shade. So taffeta is starting to become maybe a little too dark for me, I think. So I went down to velour, but I'm actually a mix of the two. Velour I think was a little too light. I had to darken it with a bronzer yesterday. But you want to shake it up like really good, and you want to even like shake it up in the dropper because it can separate when you use a natural, based product. So I'm going to do a few drops of velour. These are names of fabrics. Did you know taffeta was the name of a fabric? Or, well, I knew velour was, but I didn't know a lot of these were. Okay, and then I'm going to do a couple drops of taffeta, and let's just see. I'm experimenting, guys, because that's what you have to do sometimes with makeup. You just have to, and you don't need a whole lot. I probably shouldn't put earrings on, but I like to use this powder brush, too. Probably wear the wrong shade. Honestly, a lot of people do because some people try to use their foundation as a color. Like they're like, I'm so white, give me a darker foundation so I can look darker. No, it needs to blend with your skin. So take your foundation and put a little bit right here and blend it onto your neck and see if it blends in. And sometimes, like me, I'm always in transition phases. So I sometimes have to mix as I'm losing any what little color. I didn't get any color clearly this summer because I'm going down to a shade I've never worn before. I'm just getting lighter and lighter as it gets. So eventually they're gonna have to come out with a clear foundation because I'll be clear if I keep getting this any lighter. But I like this powder brush, guys, because it just sits on top of my skin. Everyone has a different need for foundation, a different look they're desiring for. I like a good coverage, but I like it to look soft. I don't want it to look, oh, my nose itches right now. Hold on. If my brush catches it just right, it tickles it. But I don't like to put my hands on my face once my makeup is done. Okay. Whew. All right. So you just bring it down onto your neck a little bit. You want everything to just flow, right? So look, that kind of works. I think I'm just gonna have to mix the two. I have a travel makeup. I travel a lot, and so I have a travel makeup bag, so I had to add velour. Sometimes we just have to accept our tan is just not happening anymore. It's okay. Anyways, in Set to Stun, you get a foundation and primer. You get a translucent setting powder, which I'll use at the very end. You do get a bronzer of choice, which I'm going to show you how I like to use my bronzer. You can put it all over, or you can contour with it. And then you get a luminizer of choice, so I'll show you those as we go. But until then, I'm gonna move to my eyeballs. So I am wearing this purpley shirt, and y'all, I'm so OCD about everything that matches. Hey, Abigail. Hey, Brecca. I even wore the purple perfume. If you've never smelled any of Unique's perfumes, anytime you order, they send you a sample of them. So if you're worried about that, or you can message me, I can send a sample, but I have there's 4, so I have my first favorite, second, third. I'm wearing my second favorite. It's the purple one, and I think it's called Passionately Yours. I'm really not sure. I can't remember the name, but it's because it's purple and I'm wearing purple. That's why I'm wearing it. It's kind of weird, I know, but whatever. I had to branch out and get new perfume because I was wearing Britney Spears Fantasy for 85 years, and my dad told me after my aunt's funeral that I smelled like an old lady in front of everybody. Didn't he? Didn't he?
He did.
Brandon, we were sitting at my sister's house, and he was like, what are you wearing? You smell like all the old women at that funeral. And I was like, Dad, they must smell really good then. Hey, Monica. Okay, so, oh, you know what I'm going to do? we're not on to eyes yet. We gotta sculpt. This makeup has to last me all day and night. So I'm gonna come in with my skinny sticks. If you have not tried a skinny stick, oh my God. It's really called a sculpting stick, but that just ultimately makes you look skinny, in my opinion. It's just a twist up stick, right? So this is the light one. I like to use it instead of concealer. I'm not a big concealer wearer because I don't have like dark circles, or I don't really highlight a lot. But when this came along, I mean, I just highlight all the time. Like, and I'm not perfect. I mean, clearly you can see I'm not like a pro at this. It's just these, oops, these sticks just make it so easy. And yeah. So throw in a skinny stick with your Set to Stun. Oh my gosh. And you bring, I'm using the medium contour one. You just kind of bring it from the hair down to the outside of the eye. Because some days we just don't wake up feeling skinny. Feel me? Create your nose. I don't have a big forehead, so I'm really just going to put it out here. If you kind of feel like you have a bigger forehead, you can do it up there and it shrinks the look of your forehead. These are all optical illusions, guys. Technically, nothing is getting skinnier or even shrinking. It's just the power of makeup. So we don't wear makeup because we want to hide flaws. We want to bring them out, right? But we also feel like powerful when we put our face on. It's not that we're insecure. We just, who doesn't love to feel powerful? So then I take the same brush, powder concealer brush that I use for, because this is basically replacing your concealer. So if you're a concealer wearer, I would just recommend trying this. Some people wear this stick all over as their foundation, then they just set it with a finishing powder because it gives a pretty full coverage. I love putting the SPF finishing powder over it. Oh my gosh, it just sits so flawless. But today, because Set to Stun comes with the, Brand, is it hot in here? I'm freaking hot. Maybe because I just got out of the shower and like ran around. The finishing powder, the setting powder is, I call it a mom filter because it's pretty magical as well, but it's translucent. So you just have to pick what you love. Everybody's so different. Everybody's skin needs are so different. If you're not sure what would be best for you, I'm an open book, so you can just send me a message. We can hit it up. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Jody. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Brandy. Happy Friday, guys. Y'all, serious note, if you don't own one of these sculpting sticks, I'm telling you, they're so easy and they're just phenomenal. Like, they don't get enough love, probably because they last a long time. So I wear it all the time. Like, because when you highlight, you just want to really highlight where the sun hits, and then you want to kind of contour and create a shadow where it doesn't hit, right? And where you want, this like helps that jaw pot, like helps that pout, the perfect pout. And then you just softly blend it in. Like, I'm barely using any pressure, and this like just blends everything. Look at that. I just created a massive cheekbone, right? That's what we want. That's that skinny right there. All right, let me just kind of blend this in up into my hairline just softly. It's just so easy, gosh. I can't explain it. I mean, technically I'm doing this from the video. I don't even have a mirror. Hey, Marissa. None of y'all are telling me if you use a house cleaner. Am I the only one? I ultimately wanted to start cleaning my house before the cleaner came because I was like, oh my God, somebody new is coming in my house. I don't want them to see my messy house. But ultimately, that's why you're hiring them. Like, I did get to close up all my makeup and whatever, but like they do their job for a reason, right? I don't love cleaning enough to clean anybody else's house at all. Brandon always tells me, you could pay me what you pay her and I'll do it. Hey, Brenda. Okay, so we are all sculpted. Now, you can come in like with your bronzer. We're gonna just do our cheeks since we're on the face. I like to use a darker bronzer on a more matte side and kind of really create that. This is gonna set that, what you did, but look, it just makes that cheekbone just pop, right? Oh, I must be interrupting his movie. You know, what do people do before Netflix? Look, just kind of create a nose, just Everywhere you put that darker stick, you can put your darker bronzer, you know? Kind of sets it in. And then I'm gonna use my Magic Mom filter. It's called Behold because literally you just throw it on and behold, it like holds itself in place. I'm more oily than dry, so I like a powder, but if you are drier, there is a setting spray. I just really push it on to where I highlighted to mattify it, but also seal it. And then you can brush it over everything. It is literally translucent, but you see how it's dewy versus matte? It is a translucent powder. So you can set everything and it's not gonna change the color. I have to set my makeup with something just for that really matte look. And I don't touch up my makeup. I was talking to another lady this morning. Like the only time I feel like I need to touch up my powder is if I blow my nose 85 times, which can be common at work because I work behind a mask and I do blow my nose because the mask, if you wear a mask, like it creates like boogers or something. Oh look, I brought it. Passionately Yours. This is what I wore today. Passionately Yours. They're only 50 bucks and like you can get a set of 3 for like $125. It's really awesome. Okay, so my face is done, sculpted everything. I hope I put deodorant on. Okay, next we're gonna move to eyes. So I'm gonna be using a set of 3 of these cream shadows. 2 of these are half off right now. They're regularly 26. A set of 3 is regularly like 70 bucks, which is fun, awesome because it's a discount. But 2 of these, and I'll show you which 2, are 50% off on my website. If you go to malsmakeup.com and click Steals and Deals, there's some cool stuff on there. So, first one that's half off is Bittersweet, and I'm super sad about it because it is retiring. That's why it's half off. It's slowly sunsetting into the past. I'm gonna have this in my makeup room when we're done building. I'm gonna have this entire like memorabilia of past products, like products that either retired or were exclusive, like one, you know, it's really cool. But anyway, so I like to use Bittersweet because it actually is more of a nude on me than it is really pink, peachy, but it's a matte cream shadow that dries to a powder finish, but it has like a primer already in it. So it's like the perfect base. So this or Victorious, I usually put down first. And there's no creasing or anything. If my mom jumps on, she's at work, so she probably won't. She wears these because she has one eye that just waters all the time. And these are like the shadows that she loves because they just don't move. So I know the word cream like freaks people out because me too. Growing up, when you would wear cream shadows, like you'd have to spread it out of your crease every hour because it would get all nasty in there. Who remembers that? So these don't. And if they did, I just wouldn't wear them or talk about them because I do not want to have to touch my makeup. I don't like my hands on my face. So this is Bittersweet. See how it's more of like a nuder color? It's a perfect base color. And it's half off. That means it's $13, guys. $13. That is it. And it comes, I mean, I use this all the time and you can barely even tell I've like touched it. It's a lot of product for $13. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna show you magic real quick. You didn't know you were in for a magic show. So if this brush cleaner, which I'm getting low, watch. So I use this cream shadow brush, but I need to use it again. So I squirt my brush cleaner. Why is it falling? Stay. Okay. And then I wipe it on my napkin. It's no dry time. It cleans the brush. So you can use that same cream shadow brush for another color, which I am going to come in with one of my personal favorites in Unfazed. So Unfazed looks really gray right there. It's actually like a lavendery mauvish gray, kind of matches this shirt, which is weird, right? There is a true gray that is half off called Happy, but I wanted more of a purpley mauve since I'm wearing purple. So this pulls more lavender on me. Some people it pulls the mauvish brown. You just never know. But anyway, I love Unfazed. It's one of my personal favorites, and a little goes a long way along with every other product that Unique makes. But Everybody likes stuff that lasts, but sometimes I wish to didn't last. I wonder if that's my aunt. Mojo. Is that Debbie? Look at that. It's so pretty, guys. So pretty. My aunt's right at Mojo.
Hey, is that going? Hey, where are you going? It's all right. I'm going. I figured you all hunting.
No, I'll try.
You're not gone yet?
No, I'm not going. The weather's too bad in the hill country.
Oh, well, darn.
Hey, Deb.
Come, where you at?
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to blend it. So my favoriteest brush ever. I'm just going to kind of blend right in the middle just so there's no harsh lines at all. Look at that. Now, here is the one that is, another one that is 50% off. It's called Charming. It's like, doesn't get enough love. See, it's kind of a minty green. So I'm wearing mint green shorts. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the other side of that cream shadow brush and just push it on right in the middle like a halo to make that, it makes that little touch of minty shimmer. I love wearing this over product. On your lid, it's very subtle. It's just a light mint shimmer. But this just literally gives that halo look, kind of brings in the mint. See how easy that was? And then I just kind of take this in an upward motion, make sure there was no fallout, which with cream shadows, there's really never a lot of fallout. Hey, Karen. So now we're gonna move to the brows, okay? And so just for the next week, like literally in the month of September, you can get all the brows and the lashes 30% off, y'all. So this brow liner, brow brush of choice, I'm using the Brow Artist brush. I take this wax and I put it right on the brow to tame the brows, okay? And then I take the angled side with this darker color. This is the brunette brow palette. There's a blonde, a brunette, and then like a deep dark brown and black. I haven't tried that one. But I draw a line underneath and then I just lightly push the product up a little bit. And that way it looks naturally, but doesn't look like a Sharpie drew on, but it, you know, kind of has an ombre effect. I make the arch the darkest. And I just kind of follow my natural shape. If you don't know your shape, there are stencils out there that help. And you can go to someone who like is a professional brow person. I would assume they're called brow artists. I really don't know. That's what my brush is called, and that's what seems legit. And then I just lightly push in the remaining product in this front end. So it kind of isn't filled in all the way, but it's like a little bit lighter than the rest of the brow for that ombre look. But the more you do this, the easier it gets. Like it used to take me like 30 minutes just to do my brows with this palette because I was such a brow liner girl that now it just takes me like no time to throw on a brow. And then there's a matte and a shimmer like cleanup. I'm gonna come in with the matte one since we use like a matte peachy anyway, and I'm gonna take that flat end and go right underneath and just clean up. You can also do this with your skinny stick, aka sculpting stick. However you wanna do it, however you wanna get extra. You can do it on top too. Some people do their brows first and then their foundation specifically for that reason right there, to be able to highlight. Once upon a time, not long ago. Brandon, I don't want to hear your mouth. Okay, so look, brows just make the world of difference. I freaking love it. And you have to remember, brows are sisters, not twins. Like, that's really hard for me. Like, I'm the type that's like anal, like want everything to be perfection and the same. Okay, so you move on to the next brow before you just really overbrow it. Hey, Melissa. All right. I feel all cross, like, you know when you try to cross your legs 85 times to see if you can like look like a pretzel? That's how I feel when I do this brow. So I gotta like cross my arms. This is usually my stubborn brow, but honestly, it's been just being pretty, it's been behaving pretty good.
Hey, Brandon, what's the house coming?
Look at that.
It's coming.
It's coming. They haven't done shiz.
Hey.
Oh, you hear me?
I know, right? No,
They have the plumbing done for a month
all
now.
this rain, they can't pour the slab. So
Oh, okay.
we're gonna drive by on the way out to see. But
You coming with us? Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be at the deer lease, but because of the weather.
Supposed to be here, Lisa, and I was supposed
Okay.
to work in that background, so I don't really see her. I haven't been up there, so I'd like to go. But I don't see her in these days. And I haven't been there. Well, I have nothing to do. Well, I mean, I have house stuff to do.
What do you have house stuff to do?
I mean, but it's not that big.
Okay.
It's not anything that's pressing.
Okay.
He already did it, Deb. Don't let him lie.
Okay. Are we gonna stop and get something to eat on the way? Drive through? Stop.
Definitely. Sorry, somebody can't do anything all the time, so.
Brandon, I can hear you.
Oh.
Yay.
Little turd.
Balloonies.
So I may have to go get Corbin and then pumpkin all up
Oh, okay.
since somebody's like,
Brandon, chill.
they're eating right now, so I'm gonna actually go.
Well, don't go get him. Let him eat.
Well,
By the time it gets-
by the time I get there,
Okay.
I mean, I wanna be there so when they start laying kids down, he doesn't go looking for a spot to sleep.
Okay. Just make sure to grab his blanket and stuff. Okay. So now we're gonna move to lashes. So right now you get a brow palette, an Epic mascara, a brow brush, and a liner. The liner I use on lower, you can get whatever color. I used Perfect Liner. You get it 30% off, okay?
That means you're going too. Boy.
We have the whole shebang going. But hopefully it doesn't rain so we can go to Braylee's soccer thing tomorrow morning. I never get to see my niece, play soccer. So I get to go tomorrow. Okay, let's do lashes. Now, let's real talk. I have to use the fibers because I have straight lashes and Epic is phenomenal, but when they go through a short phase, hold on y'all, let me clean my brush real quick. If you don't have this brush cleaner, I'm telling you, it's the bomb. It's only $19. But literally it cleans and everything's ready to go. Okay, back to lashes. So I have to grow my lashes. Like legit, I have to use the fibers because, and I don't like to use it with my Epic because it can dry the Epic out because that's not what it's made for, but it does work good if you have the Epic and you want to just use the fibers and you, whatever. I like this gel. But I will tell you, if it shows up dry from travel or if you feel like it's getting drier, just rinse the gel wand. Like really wash off the wand under water, under the sink, and put it back in your tube and use it the next day. It brings it back to life. It really does. And I feel like there's ingredients in there that the more I use this gel, I feel like the better my lashes are. It actually treats them and nourishes them because they're hair. Your lashes are hair, literally. And then the fibers, a lot of people make the mistake of applying the fibers exactly like you would a mascara, but you can't do that. You just have to put them on the middle of the lash to the tip, right? You don't want to shove loose fibers into your eyeball or it feels like you have a bunch of hairs in your eye. But if you just do it middle of the lash to the tip, even if you had one fall out, it would fall on your cheek, not your eye. So a light little coat of gel, it's called transplanting gel, but it can be worn as mascara. Look how straight and little they are, see? You're about to watch magic happen in your face. I feel like a chia pet, I'm just like growing hair. Look at that. Once upon a time, not long ago. Hey, Ash. Okay, and then you have to come over here with the gel and comb them out. Like you can apply the gel like mascara. That's legit, right? It actually takes those extra fibers off, but it combs out the ones that did adhere, brushes them out for longer lashes. But guess what? I like dramatic lashes that don't weigh 500 pounds. So we're just gonna do another coat of fibers. You do as many gel fiber gel coats as you want. That makes your heart happy. So I'll probably do a couple on this eye, and I'll probably do 3 on my right eye, because my right eye is shorter, look at that, than my left eye. So it needs a little extra TLC so that they look alike. Now when it comes to lashes, I recommend them looking very alike. Brows can be sisters, not twins, but lashes, I really want them to be twins, okay, for the most part. So that's why sometimes this eye needs a little extra TLC. They're so short. When they go through the short phase, I ripped them out right here like literally almost 10 years ago, guys. Like actually it was 9 years ago, but seriously, they get so funky. Okay. So let's seal this one in and just call it a day with this one. And we'll just build this right eye up. Every time I wear this mascara, I'm not kidding, people ask me if my lashes are fake or they tell me they love my lashes. I'm telling you, if you can get the learning curve down of applying it, it's phenomenal. Yes, I'm telling you, refresh it, like wash it right now, put it back in the tube, and then use it tonight or tomorrow. I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. Because sometimes you do get extra fibers on your gel wand and you keep sticking in your gel, it's gonna start feeling dry, right? So sometimes you have to have some beauty hacks. That's for everything. And I did a YouTube. If you go to my YouTube, you can follow my channel, but if you go to my YouTube, I did a video on how many coats to get clumpy lashes, and I did one on the fibers and one on Epic. Because apparently clumpy lashes is in right now, and I do not like clumpy lashes. But I was curious. I was like, so how many coats of gel would it take to get, the mascara would it take to get clumpy lashes in case somebody was really wanting that trend, right? Look at that. Also, another thing for all mascaras, don't pump your wand. Like a lot of people have a really bad habit of like pumping their wand like in and out, like that just pumps air in. You got to twirl it softly, but you got to twirl it. Ooh, okay, look, you can see my lashes. Look, we just grew those. Okay, so if you're like me and you really need the extra oomph, throw in your 3D Plus with your September customer kudos special. It's worth it. It might even get you free shipping. I can't remember. No, it doesn't. But I am gonna come through on the clutch with an Epic, just a regular black, and do one final coat over these lashes because they really don't need any extra volume or length, but one final coat, and then that's what I use on my bottom lashes. I highly recommend you put mascara on the bottom lashes. I feel like it opens up the eye. It makes everything look finished, but that's a personal preference. Everything you do in makeup is a personal preference. Look at that. Okay, let me do this one. If you've got pretty good lashes and you don't need to grow them like I did, this Epic is really magical. It's probably one of the most purchased mascaras on the market. Perfect. Okay. So eyes and lashes are done. Let's finish our cheeks. So I love a good blush. You need something on your cheekies. I know you have bronzer, so that gave you some cheekies. But I love like a subtle blush. Like Serene has a pop of glow to it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit right on my cheekbones to It's called controlled color, controlled redness, right? You don't, I used to think I'll never wear blush because I have rosacea, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. When you cover it, you gotta have it, right? So then I'm gonna come in with this luminizer because it comes in the Set to Stun. So I'm gonna take my fan brush and I'm gonna get really fancy with it. I'm just gonna put a dab of, this is iridescent. The lightest luminizer you can get. It's just an iridescent, and you can just tap it over anywhere you highlighted if you want that pop of glow. Okay, so everything's done but the lips. Let me do the lips and then we'll be on our way. Because Brandon just, I'm like right on time. Like he is tripping. We were not supposed to pick up Corbin until noon. Like he is tripping. Whatever. Okay, so I'm coming in with Purposeful liner. It is an eyeliner, but I really only wear it on my lips because it's an iridescent, here I'll draw it on my hand. It's an iridescent-y purple liner and I freaking love it on the lips. Like draw it all over and throw over a lipstick is gorgeous. Like fill your whole lip in. I'm not gonna fill my whole lip. I'm just gonna line my lip. And never underline your lips, always just slightly overline. That makes you look younger. It ages you if you underline your lips. I'm not saying like completely draw fake lips on. I'm just saying don't underline your lips. Just lightly do it on the edge of your lip to a tip above. Gives you fuller lips. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in, y'all. There is a new lavender gray lip stain. Oh Lord, what did I do with mine? I bet Brandon packed it up too. He's gonna be so mad. I don't see it. I bet he took my car too. Shiz. Where is it? I need the stain. I need social stain. I'm probably overlooking it. Let me go look in my bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Because I could have dropped it. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay, he took my stain. Okay, so we're gonna compromise. We're gonna come through with Unfazed, which is the eyeshadow I used on my eye. We're actually gonna use this on our lips because I have the worst headache today. He took my lavender gray stain, so we're just gonna make up for it. So there's a stain called Social. It's like a lavender gray. It's freaking gorgeous. So we're gonna use Unfazed. And these dry to a powder finish. And then, Brandon, you took my stain. He's on here watching. And then, it's actually really pretty just by itself. Wow, I like that. Who likes that? Draw me some hearts. I'm gonna take a little bit of Stellar and kind of bring in the mauve part of it. I really liked Unfazed. That looked really good. I recommend a lip brush when you're using a liquid lipstick. Oh, don't get it on your teeth. Because it just spreads it out. And you use less product, it dries faster. Perfection. So this kind of made it a little more brown. If you want that gray back, just put Unfazed on your lips. That looked really good. Another cool thing is you can take your luminizer and dab a little bit of it, like on the middle, and it gives the ombre look. It also dries it fast. Look at that. Sweet, we are all lavendery mobbed out. So, look at that, happy Friday. So if you're just jumping on, you'll have to watch the very beginning, kind of see everything that we used and how we transformed from drab to fab. And I appreciate y'all jumping on with me. Don't forget to tell me if you shared this. Make sure you liked and followed this page, and you can feel free to follow my personal page. I'm always doing stuff in there. And I'm gonna go mess with this hair so I can figure it out. And I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.